Blondie drummer Clem Burke dies at 70. Cause of death and final words revealed. "Keep the rhythm alive," he whispered, and then the music stopped. April 8th, 2025. Los Angeles, California. Clem Burke, the ferocious drummer whose thunderous pulse powered Blondie's genre-defying rise, has died at the age of 70. The iconic musician passed away at his Los Angeles home on April 8th, 2025, after suffering congestive heart failure, according to a statement released by his family. Burke's final words, spoken in a quiet moment surrounded by close friends, were simple yet profound. "Keep the rhythm alive." And just like that, the beat that kept punk, disco, and rock in sync for half a century fell silent. The backbeat of a generation. More than a drummer, Clem Burke was the heartbeat of a movement. From the sticky floors of CBGB in the 1970s to the biggest stages in the world, Burke was Blondie's driving engine. His style fused power with precision, punk ferocity with pop sensibility, never sacrificing soul for speed. Born in Bayonne, New Jersey on November 24, 1954, Burke grew up idolizing drum legends like Keith Moon and Ringo Starr. By the time he joined Blondie in 1975, he was already a relentless force behind the kit. He didn't just keep time, he defined it. When Blondie burst into the mainstream with hits like Dreaming, Atomic, and Heart of Glass, it was Burke's rhythmic genius that gave the songs their explosive energy. While Blondie was his anchor, Burke's career was anything but static. He collaborated with a staggering range of artists: Iggy Pop, The Romantics, Pete Townshend, Nancy Sinatra, Eurythmics, even playing briefly with the Ramones as Elvis Ramone. He was the kind of drummer who could adapt to any sound without losing himself in the process, a rare alchemy of style and substance. In recent years, Burke poured his energy into mentoring young drummers, studio collaborations, and archival Blondie projects. He was working on a memoir and a final album project when his health began to decline. Burke's illness remained largely private. Those close to him say he faced the end as he lived, with intensity, humor, and a love of sound. He passed away peacefully in his sleep, surrounded by music, photographs, and the people who mattered most. His last words, reportedly spoken with a faint smile, were, "Keep the rhythm alive." Shockwaves through the music world, tributes have poured in from every corner of the industry. Debbie Harry, lead singer of Blondie, Clem wasn't just our drummer, he was our anchor. "I feel like I lost part of my heartbeat today. One of the few who could match me in energy and madness. Rest easy, brother." Mick Jagger, he played like the world was on fire. And sometimes it was. Legacy beyond the stage. Clem Burke's influence stretched far beyond the drums. His style helped define an era. His spirit inspired generations of musicians to push harder, play louder, and feel deeper. In 2006, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Blondie. But awards were never his focus. Burke played for the love of the beat, for the joy of seeing a crowd move in unison to something primal and beautiful. His family has announced the creation of the Clem Burke Music Fund, which will offer scholarships to young percussionists and support music education programs across the U.S. Celebrating a life in sound. A public tribute concert will be held this summer in New York City, where it all began. Details are expected soon, and fans from around the world are already planning to attend. Until then, fans have gathered outside Blondie landmarks in NYC and LA, leaving drumsticks, records, and handwritten notes. One tribute, scribbled in chalk outside the former CBGB club, simply reads, "The beat goes on. Thank you, Clem." Final note, there's something timeless about a great drummer, someone who lives in the pocket, who drives the music forward. Clem Burke was one of those rare few, and though he's gone, the echoes of his rhythm will never fade. Rest in power, Clem. The rhythm lives on.